In this video, I'll show you step by step how I made these Minecraft videos to easily get millions of views. First, we'll start with the most fun step, opening Minecraft and finding a location to film. For example, I positioned myself in this plane, which is perfect for placing the car. Personally, to reiterate, I place red blocks where the car will be to make it easier to see. Okay, now we can move on to the second step, which is using the Mineway software to convert our Minecraft world into a 3D object. Select your world and define the area of your world to then render it simply by going to File and Export for rendering. Here are the rendering settings. I advise you to simply disable RGB and alpha as well as custom materials, and that should do it. Okay, now it's time to open Blender. And rest assured, the software is completely free. We'll just drag and drop the file. As you can see, the texture isn't great. So, to fix that, we'll go to the material settings and activate alpha right here. To remove the blur, we'll set the image to closest. Next, it's time to add our car. You can use Sketchfab or CG Trader for this. To find high-quality cars, I recommend buying them, or if you're feeling a bit more skilled, modeling them yourself. Personally, I used the GLB format for this car from Sketchfab, which is the best format for this. Then, we'll drag and drop the file into Blender. After that, we'll clean it up in a few steps. We'll start by isolating the object by clicking on the slash key. As you can see in the outliner, there are a lot of empty spaces, which will cause problems, because for example, if we want to put it in the center of the scene, it glitches terribly. We'll fix all that by removing the parent-child relationships like this, then filtering the objects here to only show the empty spaces, and deleting them by pressing X. Now, to make things simpler, we'll Ctrl P and drag the entire car onto its base. We can do quite a few things with it afterward, but first, we'll position the car. We'll press Shift S, place the cursor on the ground, and then Shift S again to place it there. Then we can easily move it like this by adding its dimensions, knowing that 1 block equals 1 meter. Here, I'm going to modify the world by pressing Tab and activating the front selection to remove the grass that's obstructing the car. So we can now position the camera like this. Okay, now for a realistic rendering, we've just switched to a cycle, which can be difficult if you have a low-end PC. So here I already have an HDRI background, but here we're going to use a sky texture that has been improved in the latest version. And so here we can easily change the sky's elevation. Here we're going to try to put the sun behind the car. Except we want a Minecraft sky texture. So go to the Minecraft resource pack that I've included in the description. And here you'll find a file with clouds, a sky, and a sun. To position them correctly, we'll delete the drivers and then copy and paste everything into our project. And import the background like this. Now we'll add the lights from our first background using this configuration. And voila, now we have good lighting. I then noticed that the wheel texture wasn't right, so I adjusted it in the material settings by increasing the metallicity and reducing the roughness. Now it's time to create the animation. I'll start with a very simple approach, keeping in mind that 1 block equals 1 meter, and therefore, for the character to jump, the camera must move 1 meter along the Z-axis. It's also important to set the keyframe curves to linear, and remember that during the jump, the curve must remain in Bezier format. Otherwise, the rest is mostly experimentation. After saving your file, all that's left is to create the plans. You can be quite creative and add a kind of story, but it's not mandatory. Here, for the camera, I've set the P control panel to an empty area so that it rotates smoothly around this point. I've also added volume by using a cube with this volume texture and adjusting its density. Now that you have your renders, we'll move on to the last step, which is the editing. For this, I personally use CapCut and the Procreate app on my iPad, and I recommend checking out the Minecraft wiki, because that's where you'll find all the good textures. And that's all for the video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and subscribe.